So I want to teach you guys how to study items efficiently. So if you don't know what studying in Albion Online is, you can take an item, be it a piece of equipment, you can take a food item, and you can take it to a crafting bench and you can study it, which will consume and break the item, but give you basically around double the fame of crafting it, okay? So what I'm going to be doing in today's video example is I'm going to be maxing out the chef nodes. So you'll see here that I've already got some maxed out like butcher. You can't study chopped meat, ingredient chef, and sandwich chef. But we have some here, stew, omelet, roast chef, etc. And these are all in the high 90s. And you may be wondering, well, why are they so high level? But here's the thing. A lot of people do not realize this, and that is the amount of fame it takes to level up to 100 is not equal. So, for instance, this node here is, this roast chef node is level 81, and this is halfway. This is halfway to level 100, alright? It's a little bit, it's kind of hard to show this. Let's take a weapon here, just a random weapon, and let's level it down to 81. So you'll notice this costs 6 million combat fame credits, and if we level it down more, well, now it's 13.5. So, again, the amount of fame, hold on, let's go back to level 100. The amount of fame to go down to 81 that we would technically get, or whatever, it's about 15 mil, and then this would be 33. So it's not exact when you're de-leveling a weapon, but if you were to level one up from level 1, like if we take Morningstar here, and we level up to 81, this is a better example. 9.3 million combat fame credit cost. Or 18 million fame, right? So that's 18.6 million fame. Level up to 100, 33.8 million fame, all right? Or 16.9 million combat fame credits. The same is for crafting. The exact same stuff is for crafting. And so what I have done is, specifically today, and I stayed up late just so I could get this done, is you'll notice that there's a fame weekend because it's like Christmas. And so for the next 3 days, we have a 25% bonus on all activities. That's number one of how to study efficiently. Number two is premium active, so that's 50%. All right, and then number three is whatever you want to study, you want to get it. You want to get the entire tree to level 81 or higher. So my goal is to max out the chef nodes on this character, right? And so, yeah, even though these are maxed out, just because I had way too many resources on hand, like for butcher, I chopped up a bunch of cows, so I had a bunch of beef, so I made sandwiches, and then, wheat becomes, flour becomes bread, and you can study the bread, so this is really easy. But anyway, what you want to do, regardless of what it is you're crafting and whatever it is you're studying, you want to get everything in the entire tree to level 81. You also want to have a bunch of focus available, assuming you're not using it to make money. You'll have to do the math. But, no, I don't want to equip the food. I want to take the food with me. Let's see. Yeah, I have a bunch of food here. I actually overbought on food, but that's fine. And we're going to move a little too slow if we do it this way. So we're just going to take, a few at a time. We'll do, hold on. I am not being organized here. We'll do roast and pies. There we go. So that's roast and pie. So we're going to go ahead and study these two items first. And I'll show you just how little focus it actually costs to study. All right, because everything in our tree is high level. I think this is the cheapest node, 625, 630. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go ahead and work my way there. But the thing is because everything in the chef nodes are all level 81 or higher, the cost of focus to study these items is far cheaper than if I did it at level 0. If everything's level 0 and you use focus to study, you're going to burn through all of your focus, and you're not going to really get much use out of it. But by getting everything to 81, which is, again, the halfway point, it will save you so much on focus costs that it actually becomes somewhat worth it. So I've already done the math. With 21,000 focus, yeah, I can make about 4 to 5 million right now with the current markets. Without transporting, because that takes time. But, for me, I'm going to save a bunch of million here. I have 12.5 million in food, and I mathed it out where if I were to, put all these pies in here, that's going to give me just enough fame to hit level 100, right? But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the pies in there, and then I'm going to use focus, and it's going to, well, it's going to burn through all of my focus. But we're going to have some leftover pies, anyway. And there's a study cost. But let's go ahead and study the pork pies, and you can see I'm going to jump up in levels now. And this should hit 100. I did the math. I know I have text on the screen kind of blocking the little pop-ups there. There we go. Now you can see them. All right, level 96, and look at that. So even though we've maxed out our pork pie, okay? We maxed it out, but instead of using all of these pork pies, I have 850 left over, which is 3.46 million, all right? And that only cost me 10,000 focus. So instead of spending 3.5 million on pork pies to study, I basically saved 3.5 million silver, kind of, sorta, by using focus on something I was going to do otherwise. Now, studying, of course, costs money regardless, and if you want to do it the really slow method, you would just craft these and sell them every day at a profit, and then you would never lose money. But I want to get this maxed as soon as possible because I am sitting on billions of silver of food that I need to process over the course of probably a year of playtime. I mean, I have so much food that I'm raw ingredients, mind you, that I'm never going to get through it. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and put in the roast here. And again, it says it's going to take all of our focus to do, but again, we should hit max level before that is the case. And then we'll see in total how much estimated market value we saved with our 21,000 something focus, right? And again, I've already done the math for, because this character is a max level potion crafter, bag crafter, and now I'm going to make him a max level chef as well. And I did all the math in all of the markets, and the most I could make was about 2.7 million per 10k focus with potions, and it would be a pain in the butt to do, all right? But you can see here, we saved 6.73 million instead with our focus, which is pretty damn good. That's definitely more than 2.7 million. So again, I waited until, here's all the steps in case you skipped ahead in the video for some reason. I waited until it was a Fame Rush day. Fame Rush means that you get 25% on all activities except PvP and Tomes of Insight. Now, gathering Tomes you can still use, right? As far as I know. I haven't tried them. But, you know, secondly, I leveled up everything in the crafting to 81, alright? And then, after that, I used focus when studying. And when you combine all of these methods, you will save a lot of silver, okay? And so, yeah, that is the most efficient way to study items. And, yeah. So, yeah, use these Fame Weeks. If you want to be like a bow crafter, it's going to be way more expensive. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, being a chef is the cheapest thing that you can possibly max out on. And it's usually most of the time going to make you the most money, okay? Just because there's not really a big cartel push on food. And it's hard for black zone hideout guilds to really get a monopoly going on these ingredients. But right now, it's actually rather cheaper. I've done the math with the study method. It's only like 60 million silver to max out. Doing it the slow way, like years ago on when I made another character, it cost me 111 million. So the fact that I'm saving 51 million silver, not bad. Pretty good stuff. Anyway, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And there's really not a lot going on in Albion at the moment, so expect less uploads. And if this video doesn't do well, I'm just going to make it members only. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. See you later. Mwah.